Hey guys, hope you guys can hear me all right. I'm just letting this fill up for a second. I know a couple of you guys are probably getting antsy right now. I'm just letting everybody get here because I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but there's not going to be any kind of recording. This is not going to be played over. This is going to be live, and that's why I want you guys to make sure that you guys are down somewhere where you're not going to be getting distracted, where you're not going to be um, basically have your mind anywhere else. Got a note pen, a notepad, a pencil, ready to basically just learn to how to get pool ready in 30 days. So just give me another minute or two, guys. I'm gonna let people continue filling in, and then we'll get to it. So hang tight. Hey, just checking actually. Could you? I see you guys are leaving some comments and still wondering if we're ever going to start. Can you guys let me know if you can hear me or not? Because I'm not sure if maybe the microphone's not working yet. The video will be working here in a second. It's just not on yet. I'm letting people fill in. So, can you guys? All right, there we go. There we go. All right, sick. What is up, people? So I'm just giving it a little bit more time. We don't even have half of the people who signed up in here yet. Obviously, I'm not going to wait for everybody. You snooze, you lose. But I just wanted people to get a chance to see their email about this going live. So if you guys are wondering about the video, it's basically going to be a little bit of a slideshow presentation. That way, you guys can basically see exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe if you misheard me, so you guys can write certain stuff down. So just another minute, and then we'll get started, guys. Might as well take this time to connect with you guys a little bit. Where's everybody from? Hey, got any? I'm from. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm from Ohio. Don't know if got any Ohioans in here. There's some comments coming in. Oh damn, they're coming in fast. New York, Canada, Costa Rica, New York, Texas, California, Purdue, Dallas, Cali, St. Louis, Australia, Colorado, San Diego, New York. A lot of New York. Brazil, baby. Columbus. Go Buckeyes. Damn, comments coming in fast. There's a lot of you in here. I like how active you are. Hell yeah. From all over the states, all over the world, Brazil, Philippines, Fort Lauderdale, Virginia, Iowa, DC, Illinois. You hit Cedar Point? Hell yeah, I've been to Cedar Point. Personally like Kings Island better, but Cedar Point's cool. Lines are a little long. Hell's Kitchen. Born in Ohio. Hell yeah. Midwest the best. Can you only see this on a computer? I'm actually not sure about that. You should be able to see it on anything, I believe. Maybe run to a computer real quick before we get started. A lot of you. Damn, you guys are from all over. Cool. I'm glad to have you guys. Thank you for taking the time. I'm really excited to share some real just valuable information with you guys that you guys can start using today. Where in Ohio am I from? I'm from Dayton, Ohio, actually. Family still lives there. Go home every now and then, but if y'all ever been to Dayton, Ohio, you know there's probably There's not really much there. All right, how many we got in here? All right, we got a couple more in here. All right, guys, let's just get into this. I'm not going to wait around for anybody else. We are actually having an encore webinar on Tuesday. For those of you who are missing it, or for those of you who have to maybe bounce out of this a little early. So, guys, today I'm going to be talking about how to get pool ready in 30 days. That was the whole emphasis of this. Summer is right around the corner, and I've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of emails, comments on social medias. Basically, people wondering how they can get shredded up for summer, how they can get abs off, and how they can lose some weight, how they can get beach ready, how they can get ready for even a bikini. Got a couple girls asking. So I want to give you guys a couple weapons that you guys can start using today to where you can actually achieve that, because a lot of times when people are trying to get in shape for summer, the thing is they don't really ever get there. And that's not only because they're lacking motivation, but it's also because even if they're not lacking motivation, a lot of times they're just simply doing the wrong things. And that's something that I really want to set straight in today's webinar. So we got a couple people coming in. I'm going to give it another couple seconds, and then we're going to get into this, guys. Hope you guys are excited about this. See, the thing is, most people think that getting in shape for summer is super hard. They think that to get abs or whatever it may be, that they have to do all this crazy shit. And that's not the case at all. It's more about doing what's right and being smart about it. Oh wait, I need to remove that. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. All right. So let's get into this, guys. Oh, whoops. I have so many tabs open on my computer. You guys can't see it. I'm trying to close out of all these right now so that I don't get distracted. I tell you guys not to be distracted, and then I come in here like that. All right. So, how to get ready in pool days. How to get pool ready in 30 days without starving yourself. What's going on here? View. Hang on, guys. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Wait. I don't know what's going on, guys. Sorry. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to show you guys it with the navigation bar. I apologize for that. Silly. You guys aren't too mad at that. I'm gonna let you guys respond real quick. Are you guys okay with seeing those slides at the side? I can actually I can figure out how to get rid of those slides. I thought it was just supposed to play, but it's not. If y'all are okay with it, then I've tried pressing play. It's not working. Oh, there we go. But I also wanted to read notes at the same time so that I didn't miss out on anything. So then, yep, I know I gotta click view. God, this is being annoying. I apologize for this, guys. Really. Where is this now? Now I fucking lost it. God, what is going on? Sorry, guys. Application window. How about this? I'm going to show you guys me until I get this rocking. Okay? Is that a little better? I'm trying to figure this out. Maybe y'all don't want to see me. All right. Let's get this rocking. Guys, give me a break. 11 minutes to get started. This is my first webinar ever. It's your choice if you want to be here. I'm not charging you guys anything to be here. I'm just trying to share some solid info with you guys. That's it. All right, got it rocking. Turn screen share on, application window. How to get pool ready in 30 days. Let's do this. I'm going to leave the slides there just because I got these notes that I want to talk through as well as I do this. Okay. All right, so how to get pool ready in 30 days. Like I said, without starving yourself, without doing a bunch of boring traditional cardio, without going to the gym and lifting for 2 hours, all that nonsense that you always hear and see people doing, endless. They think that to basically get shredded, they need to do more. And it's not about doing more as it is about just doing quality stuff. And today I'm going to cover those quality topics that you guys actually need to be doing to get there. And it's going to make it seem like it's going to make you wonder why you had never been able to get there before, because it takes so much less effort and so much less work to actually do it. So guys, my goal, I'm going to go through these slides with you. So my goal of this is that if you guys stay, my goal is basically to get you guys to stay until the end of this, because throughout this entire thing, I am going to be sharing the 3 most important topics to basically not only getting in shape for summer, but just literally getting in shape whenever, so that you guys can understand what you need to do whenever you need to get in shape. If you guys have, maybe a vacation coming up or a festival, I'm actually at Coachella right now. I just got to the house, which is why this was all a big headache trying to get this set up. I literally just walked in the house that we rented for Coachella. So this is just basically giving you guys the information that you need to basically get in shape whenever you want. So my goal is that if you guys stay until the end, I'm going to give you guys something really cool. I always get people asking me what my ab workouts are, basically what exercises I do, stuff like that. So for those of you who actually stay until the end of this video, I'm going to give you my 6-pack shred program, which is normally $47, completely free of charge, which takes you through my personal ab workouts. It has a beginner ab workout, intermediate, advanced, so that there's a place for you to start no matter who you are. And basically there's videos of every single exercise so that you guys can, you're not confused about any of the exercises, all of that. So as long as you guys are staying till the end, I'm going to basically just give you one of my programs completely for free. And for those of you, Robert, I just saw that you said you just paid for that. I'm going to actually refund you the money that you just paid for that. So I'm going to give you guys basically a code at the end of this video, and all you'll have to do is send an email. I'm going to give you an email and a code. You send that code to the email, and we're going to hook you up with the program for free. So hope you guys are excited about that. So that's just, you have to stay till the end for that. But until then, I want you guys to be paying attention. Like I said, if you guys have your cell phones out or your Skype on, turn that off during this presentation. The only way to actually get pool ready in 30 days is if you truly follow the steps I'm going to give you today. So I really need your full attention. So let's get back to this slide. So what makes this different? Well, the main thing, and this is something that I've talked about, some of you have probably heard of stuff before that I've talked about. Basically, most of the information, most of the programs, most of the content that you see on the internet today is one size fits all type of information. It's basically, or it's just people being misleading you. I have a lot of friends in the industry, and I'm not saying this to bash any of them. I'm not saying this to talk bad about anybody. I would never. But what I am saying is that when you guys are so commonly taking information from these people who are misleading you about how they achieved their physique, it becomes a little frustrating because of the information that they're giving. It doesn't really apply to people who are going at this journey natural. Or what they're doing is they're giving, maybe it's pretty good information, but it's only good information for one certain type of person. Maybe they're talking about how to put on muscle, and they're talking specifically to guys who can't put on any muscle, but maybe you're a guy who can put on muscle really easily and you actually have trouble losing fat, but yet they're telling you that you need to do this to get into the single digit body fats and get your abs popping when you need to. You need a program that's right for you. You need the information that is right for you. And then the same thing the other way around. If there's someone who's teaching you how to lose fat, but you're a skinny guy and you're trying to put on muscle, that information is not valid for you at all. So what makes this different is that I'm going to give you guys information that will help you apply it to your body how you need it. Aim for the webinar was to help you guys get paid. So that probably means most of you are, I don't want to say not far off, but most of you are probably trying to just basically either get leaned out, or you're trying to get that last bit of body fat off, or you're trying to get your abs really popping. So most of you in here are probably not super skinny with super low body fat. And even if you are, the tips that I'm going to show you about how to increase your muscle mass, about how to minimize the time spent in the gym, about how to take nutrients so that you can burn fat and build more muscle simultaneously, it's going to apply to you. So this information is just solid, and I'm really excited to share this with you. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. If you guys don't know who I am, most of you I think do. Y'all were talking to me a little bit. But my name is Vincent. I've been on the cover, or actually, I recently shot the cover, waiting for it to drop still. But I'm really excited about that. When I got that call, I'm not gonna lie, I teared up a little bit because it's always been one of my dreams to get on the cover of Men's Health, and I didn't know if it was ever gonna happen, let alone when I was this young. So I like to basically put that in my features. But I'm a certified personal trainer. I've written 6 best-selling fitness programs that are on the market today: Toned in 90 Days, Ripped in 90 Days, Fat Loss Extreme, Big Arms Program, Six Pack Shred. There's recipe guides. I've written all kinds of different Booty Builder. There's a bunch of different programs that I've written, and we basically blast them all over the internet, and we've gotten over 50,000 transformations in just a year and a half of being a business. So these aren't just some kind of bullshit program that doesn't actually work. These programs work, and they continue to work. So I'm really happy about that. I have 2 million followers across my social medias. That's Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. I get over 1 million views a month on YouTube, and I'm actually posting 4 to 5 videos a week there. So if you guys aren't following me on YouTube, make sure you go subscribe, because I actually put out a bunch of content that you can't find anywhere else on there. It's all completely for free. It's just basically tips on how to work it. If you want to build, say, get wider shoulders, I teach you how to do that. If you want a bigger chest, I show you how to do that. If you want to burn fat enough, I show you how to do that. If you want to get better abs, I'll show you how to do that. If you guys want my complete workout, I show you how to do that. There's a bunch of different content on there, so you guys can go check that out if you want. But do that later. Like I said, we're doing this. So in this journey of mine, I have done a lot of things right. I have gotten myself the determination that I need to really just stay consistent. I've found what was really backing my reason behind going to the gym. I've put the time in the gym. I've tried to diet. I've done a lot of things right in a sense of putting in the effort, but at the same time, I've done a lot of things wrong, because when I was doing those things right, I thought I was doing them right. I thought that spending more time in the gym was going to build more muscle. Doing long and longer cardio, running longer, was going to burn more fat. I thought that stuffing my face with as much protein was going to build more muscle. And after doing this basically after learning what was right, after doing it for 7+ years, I have learned that staying lean literally year round is actually pretty easy. I'm at Coachella, like I just said, right now, And basically I wasn't going to go to Coachella this year, guys. I made a deal with my partners. I was going to stay home and work while they went and had a good time, and they surprised me with tickets because they're really awesome dudes. And I didn't have time to get in shape for Coachella. They've all been dieting and whatnot for trying to get in as good of shape so they can walk around shirtless at Coachella. I found out last week I didn't change anything in my diet, and I'm feeling confident as ever. I can't wait to take my shirt off tomorrow. As cocky as that sounds, guys, there's a big difference between confidence and cockiness. And I'm confident when I walk around, and that's a very good feeling. It's something that drives you to continue staying in good shape. And I've also learned that you can burn fat without doing those hours of cardio. I used to basically run. I ran all the time. This is something I'll talk about later in this PowerPoint. I used to run cross country. I ran 30 to 40 miles every single week, if not more, not only to get better for cross country. Yes, I was on varsity, cool, but I also did it to basically try to get fat off my body. And then I also learned that you can build muscle without spending 2 hours in the gym every day. You can see on that picture on the left, 2012, I was a skinny little kid. I basically didn't have any muscle mass, but at the same time, because I couldn't put on any muscle mass, at times if I didn't run a shitload every week, if I didn't spend 2 hours in the gym, what gains I did have would slip. And because they would slip, I would feel that I had all this extra fat, and so the amount of time I was spending in the gym up the amount of time I was spending doing cardio, and it just wasn't working. And then fast forward a couple of years, and basically it's a completely different story now. So after doing this for 7+ years, I have learned that you can cater your regimen to meet literally any goal, and that's what I'm going to show you guys today, basically. So after that, I said I discovered this the hard way, and I did, guys. I spent years and years and years going to the gym 7 days a week. I think that's actually what's on my next slide. Yeah, I stuffed my face with protein to put on muscle. I tried cutting carbs because I thought just protein. Guys, if you think about getting in shape and putting on muscle, what do you think about you need? What do you think you need to eat? You need to eat protein, right? You got to eat chicken. You got to eat steak, but you don't want carbs because that's going to put on fat. You don't want fats because, well, fuck, the word is fats. Why would you eat fats? Look at the word. So I stuffed my face with a bunch of protein, cut out carbs, cut out fats. I was going to the gym literally every single day. I was spending 2 hours in the gym, and I was lifting as heavy as I could. I was this little skinny guy. I was embarrassed at the weight. I couldn't move. I was still going to the gym, and I was still lifting I was still walking in with too much pride, and I wasn't using the weight that I could handle. I was lifting as heavy as I could, throwing the weight around, and I just simply wasn't putting on any muscle, no matter how long I would spend in the gym. And then, like I said, I ran cross country. I ran about 30 miles a week every single week so that I could not only train and get better with my varsity class of my cross country team, but I also did it just so I could really get my muscles to pop, because I was having a hard time putting on muscle. So I thought if I just really, really got my body fat super low, it would make my muscles look a hell of a lot better. And that is just not the case at all. So my question to you guys for this webinar is, do you want the easy way that takes a fraction of the time? Because that's what I'm here to give you. Because with the things that I've learned, I've been able to help thousands of people. Like I said, we've had 50,000 transformations in just a year and a half. And not one of those people had to restrict their calories. They didn't have to live in the gym. They didn't have to live forever or do a bunch of cardio. They didn't have to take a bunch of supplements, none of that. And I'll show you guys some of our transformations. These are, and keep in mind, guys, these are 30-day transformations left to right. 30 days. That's 30 days. That's 30 days. That's 30 days. 30 days. That's 30 days. All of these are 30 days. Some guys were actually still lean and they just wanted to get ripped up. Some people had been in good shape before and wanted to just wanted abs for the first time. Some guys had beer guts on them, like this guy, and he just wanted abs. He wanted to have a body he was proud of. Girls who just got a little soft, little untoned. They wanted to basically just get a little more toned, have some muscle showing so that they could be proud in a bikini. You can see right there, she went from yoga pants to just straight underwear because of the confidence. There's a big difference between that. Might not seem like that big of a deal, but to a girl, just the difference between being comfortable enough in a picture to go from yoga pants to underwear is a big deal. And then the same thing with guys going from shorts to underwear. That guy lost an entire gut. And the other thing I love about this picture is the dude goes from not smiling to smiling. And there's guys in here saying there's no way that's 30 days. It really is, guys. These have been amazing transformations. This kid, he was actually not in bad shape at all and basically went to shredded. This guy lost his gut, got abs. This girl, she got toned. This dude got ripped up. This guy lost his gut. Here are the 3 secrets that I'm going to be talking about today. Secret number 1, you can manipulate the foods you eat to burn 5 times as much fat than you can starving yourself. A lot of times when people associate weight loss, getting shredded, leaning down, they associate cutting their calories and just basically being hungry all the time because, like as some of you may know, a caloric deficit, which is where you burn more fat or burn more calories than what you eat. So you eat less calories than you burn. That's how you lose weight, right? Well, there's also ways to manipulate the foods you eat so that you don't have to do that. There's certain foods at certain times and certain dieting methods, and I'm going to talk about those today. Secret number 2, I only have to do cardio for 15 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and we'll burn calories literally 24/7. And guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Personally, I don't even do that 3 times a week because of how effective this cardio is. At first, most of you, someone's asking, what should we write down? Just write down whatever that so far. There hasn't really been that much information that you need to write down. There will be, and you'll know when it comes. But when it comes to cardio, guys, I don't have to do cardio even 3 times a week anymore, and I stay around 7-8% body fat, literally year round. Granted, at first, when you are trying to get that, when you are first getting into this and you have a little more to lose, 3 times a week is perfect for you guys. I don't even want you to think that you have to do it more than that. It's literally just every other day, or you can do just 3 times, whatever it is. It's just going to be 3 times a week. It's only going to be 15 minutes a day, and I'm going to talk all about it. And then secret number 3 is I spend literally less than an hour in the gym, and I build muscle over twice as fast. I didn't even put over there. I literally spend, if I get to the gym and I get to the gym, I warm up for 5-10 minutes, and then I'm still out in about 45-50 minutes. I'm out of the gym with a warm up in less than an hour, and I've had no problem putting on muscle, as some of you have known from Instagram, from YouTube, all of that. It's all about what you're doing in the gym rather than how long you're spending in the gym. So, secret number 1, I can manipulate the foods I eat to burn 5 times as much fat than I can starving myself. So, when it comes to getting pool ready in 30 days, what would you normally do, guys? Honestly, if someone said, hey, Bill, we're going to Florida in 30 days. The flight is booked. Maybe your parents came up to you. Hey, son. Hey, daughter. We're going to Florida in 30 days. And you are, and basically what you are, you're probably not in the shape that you want to be. And you want to get pool ready. You want to get beach ready in 30 days so that you can go to vacation. You can take pictures. You can post them to your social media. You can just feel good walking around the beach. So what do? Well, typically, you're going to cut your calories. You're going to maybe starve yourself a little bit. You're going to try to lose weight by eating as little food as possible. You're going to stop eating carbs. You're not going to be eating any breads. You're not going to be eating any pastas. You're not going to be eating any of that because you're going to think that not eating carbs is going to get you really lean. And then the other thing is you're going to cut fats from your diet because fats aren't going to make you fats are not going to get you in better shape, right? There's no way fats are going to help you look better for your vacation in 30 days. Wrong. Guys, to get pool ready in 30 days, I'm going to keep going right back to that. When you eat the right food, the right kind of food, you're not going to be hungry. And when you eat the right kind of food, you're going to be able to eat food. It's not about starving yourself and getting fewer and fewer and fewer calories. It's about getting just the right foods at the right time. And I'll give you guys two types of foods right now that satiate you. And that's fiber and healthy fats. Those two foods right there alone make you feel like you're not hungry. They give you they basically satisfy that hunger hormone that you have. And another thing is that when you eat the right food, you won't ever be hungry, but it's also about the right times. And what you guys should be doing is actually eating food every 2 to 3 hours, smaller meals. That way you're eating more often, but you're not eating these huge meals to where you're kind of disgusted with yourself a little bit. This way you're eating more often. You don't have to wait so long until your next meal, so it's a lot easier to stick to as well. And then the second thing is, instead of cutting your carbs, guys, what you need to be doing is, yeah, it's not bad to cut your carbs. It's not bad to cut your carbs to lean down, but it is bad to cut your carbs permanently. You do not want to cut your carbs permanently, because what's going to happen is you're going to slow your metabolism down, because carbs are your body's primary fuel source. They are what give your muscles energy. They're what give they help your kidneys. They help your kidneys work properly. They help you maintain a steady pH level in your bloodstream. They help keep you mentally aware, mentally sharp, and implement it. And so you don't only just want to cut carbs out of your diet, because yes, cutting carbs out of your diet for a couple of days is good, and this is something that I'm going to be touching on, but only for a couple of days, because if you do it for too long, like I just said, it'll slow your metabolism down. So you actually want to implement high carb days, and those high carb days are actually going to boost your metabolism. And again, I'm going to go into more detail here in a second. But the third thing is that you actually want to increase your fats to burn more fat, because fats, another name for fats, are triglycerides. And triglycerides basically help break down fat in your body. So you have this fat, let's say, in your lower belly, or maybe the back of your arms, or maybe your upper thighs. Well, if you're not getting healthy fats in your body, if you're not eating fats, you're not getting those triglycerides into your system, your body is not ever going to be able to burn fat, because those triglycerides are not there to break down the current fat that you have. Now, the experiment. The old method that I did was to increase protein, cut carbs, cut fats, cut calories. That was going to put on more muscle, right? No, bad idea. Doesn't work. Never did work. Never will work. I promise you. And if it does, and you do lose a little bit of weight when you cut your calories, it's only going to work for a couple of days, and then your metabolism is going to slow down. You're going to hit a plateau, and you're going to gain all the weight back. And that's probably what you've experienced if you've ever cut your calories before. The new method is called carb cycling. And some of you have probably heard of carb cycling, and some of you have probably never heard of carb cycling. What carb cycling is, guys, is basically tricking your body into using fat as its primary fuel source. What you're going to do is you're going to cycle between low, moderate, and high carb days, and you're going to trick your body into not only using fat as its primary fuel source on the low and the moderate carb day, but then on the high carb day, what's going to happen is you're actually going to boost your metabolism. So let's talk about it a little bit. I think yeah. Sorry, I need it. Hang on. All right, sorry about that. I had to cough real quick, and I didn't want to cough all over you guys. All right, the experiment. I'm going to go on a little bit. To carb cycle, guys, the first thing you need to do is figure out your caloric maintenance number. And what is your caloric maintenance number? Well, that is how many calories you burn on a day-to-day basis. This is called your BMR. Write this down. You guys need to first calculate your BMR, okay? And I'll you know what? I wasn't going to, but I will. I will give you the equation for your BMR. I wasn't going to do this because it's going to take a little bit more time, but I think since y'all are here and doing this with me, I'll do it for you. So why not? So, guys, write this down. Pen and paper ready? I'm going to give everybody a second. Pen and paper. Pen and paper. Fuck. Where did this go? I lost the webinar, guys. What's going on?
Hey guys, Mike.
What is going on right now? What? Guys, I don't know if you can hear me or not. I don't know what's going on. What is going on right now? Guys, I can't even see the screen right now. What the fuck? I'm sorry if you guys are being annoyed right now. I would be too if I were you. What is going on? What? I got a big issue. I don't know what the fuck just happened. I went to go get notes and
Are you still live?
I don't even know where it is. I can't find it on my computer.
Are you live?
Yeah.
We'll say Fox.
Well, I've already told them that I can't figure this out. And they're cool. I've been talking to them.
Where's the what's
Guys,
the
if you can hear me right now, I'm still trying to figure out why exactly I can't find the window that it should just be on these tabs.
the
Because basically what I was doing was, yeah, I was going over here.
this?
Yes. Where'd you find that?
It was just the last tab.
No, it wasn't. I checked that. Oh my god, guys. Guys, I'm really glad you guys were here for my first webinar. I'm not really tech savvy. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm not really tech savvy, guys, so I really apologize for all of this. My bad. You guys are getting the real deal here, the real Vince, the non-technically advanced Vince here. All right, so like I said, I'm going to give you the equation. I really need to give you the equation for the fucking BMR now. All right, so guys, write this down, okay? So BMR equation. BMR stands for your basal I'm going to get into this. Stands for your basal metabolic rate, okay? This is how many calories you need each day just to stay alive. This is not with your activity, not how often you work out included. This is just simply if you were in bed all day sleeping, if you were in a coma, this is how many calories your body would need, and then we're also going to work in your activity level. So write this down. 66 plus 6.3 times your weight in pounds plus 12.9 times your height in inches minus 6.8 times your age in years. You know what? I just realized I can comment back to you guys. God, I'm so bad at this. I hope you guys are thinking this is as funny as I am because I'm so bad at technical shit. Minus 6.8 times age in years. Boom. Check that out, guys. That is the equation. Everybody save that. Everybody save that. That's your BMR, okay? After that, you got to factor in your how often you work out, okay? How active. Even if you don't work out, you still got to factor this in. You got to factor in your activity level, and your activity level is based upon how often you either work out or if you don't work out. Guys, if you don't work out at all and you just have a normal life and maybe you take a couple of flights of stairs a day and you just walk to your car and you maybe walk, I don't know, to get food, I don't know, whatever it is. You multiply your BMR times 1.2, okay? That's a sedentary lifestyle. After that, you have people who work out 1 to 3 times a week. Guys, if you work out 1 to 3 times a week, you're going to multiply your BMR by 1.3. After that, you have people who work out 3 to 5 times a week. So those of you who are working out, let's say 3 times a week throughout the week, or 5 times, or maybe Monday through Friday, you're going to multiply your BMR times 1.5. Then you're going to have your very active lifestyle, which is when you're working out 6 to 7 days a week. So if you're working out maybe all Monday through Friday and then Saturday or then Sunday as well, or maybe you've been working out every single day, you're going to multiply your BMR times 1.7. Then you're going to basically, then comes the extremely active. And extremely active is going to be very few of you. I myself don't even fall into the extremely active lifestyle, and I work out 6 to 7 days a week. But this is for people who work out 6 to 7 days a week and then also have a physically demanding job. So let's say people who, maybe you're a UPS delivery person or you're a mailman or you're a construction worker, something like that. You're going to multiply your BMR by 1.9, okay? So that gives you how many calories you need on a day-to-day basis, okay? So after you figure out your caloric needs, your caloric maintenance number, what you need to do is you need to go into a slight deficit, okay? Slight deficit, guys, the issue here is that when people are going into a deficit with their calories, they go into way too much of a deficit. They think the more calories that they cut, the better, which, as I just explained, is not the case. You are going to not only cut the, basically slow your metabolism down, you're going to go into what is called the starvation mode. And the starvation mode is basically where your body, so your body has this hormone called leptin. And leptin is what's responsible for telling your brain that you have enough calories in your body. You're getting enough calories day to day to continually burn fat or burn calories efficiently, burn calories at a normal rate. And what happens is when you cut your calories too low, you're going to basically you're going to stop producing this hormone. Your brain's going to stop being told that you're getting calories. Therefore, your brain is going to tell your body to stop burning calories. Therefore, all of the foods that you do eat are going to get stored as fat because your brain doesn't think that you're getting enough calories anymore. So this is not a good place to be, guys. This is why you lose a couple of pounds and then you stop producing that hormone, of that leptin hormone, and you gain all the weight back. Now, after you figure out your caloric need and you go into that slight deficit. So what is a good slight deficit? A slight deficit is, say, depending on how much weight you need to lose. If you need to lose, let's say, 40 pounds, then probably 25, 30%, probably 25. But if you only need to lose 10, 15, 20 pounds, 15 to 20% is going to be a great place for you to start. So just basically you're going to multiply that number by 0.8 because that's going to basically give you the amount of calories that you need to cut up without slowing your metabolism down. After that, you need to figure out your carb intake because, like I said, we're going to be carb cycling. We're going to be going through a low, a moderate, and a high carb day. And what if you want to gain weight? If you want to gain weight, guys, you're going to go into what is called a caloric surplus. So you have your caloric maintenance number. Then you're going to figure out how much weight you want to gain. And I always say a good place to gain weight so that you don't gain too much fat and you keep I believe in clean bulking. I don't believe in dirty bulks just because I think they're bullshit and I think it's just an excuse for people to eat like shit and then basically go on a diet and they hate the diet. So why not just keep the bulk clean? So if you do want to do a clean bulk, just basically go up 15%, 15 to 20%. Okay. So What do you multiply working out 4 days a week? 4 days a week would be 1.5. So after you have your caloric maintenance, you have to figure out your carb intake for low, moderate, and high carb days. All right. So this is pretty easy, guys. For a low carb day for everybody, what you're going to do is you're going to take your body weight and you're going to multiply it by 0.25. That's it. That's how many carbs you're going to have on your low carb day. After that, you're going to have your moderate carb day. All you're going to do is multiply your body weight by 0.75. That is your moderate carb day. That's how many carbs, grams, that's grams of carbs, guys. That's how many grams of carbs you're going to have on your moderate carb day. After that, you figure out your high carb day, and your high carb day is going to be a lot of carbs because you want to basically, on your high carb day, what's happening is you're increasing the amount of calories in your body, and increasing the amount of calories in your body is going to increase the amount of leptin that is produced. Therefore, your body is going to start thinking, oh, I'm getting in all these calories, so let's burn calories more efficiently. And that is why then you kick it into a low and a moderate carb day, because then since your body is supercharging your metabolism, it's going to basically, you're going to cut your carbs and your body's going to be burning fat while the metabolism is supercharged. And that's how you trick it into burning fat as its primary fuel source. So a high carb day is going to be your body weight times 1.5 or 1.75. And this is pounds, guys. Sorry, I'm in America. I don't really know kilograms that well. I apologize for that. But this is pounds. So low, I'm going to run through this again. This is why I said have your notepad ready, guys. You got to be listening. You got to be ready. Low, body weight times 0.25. Moderate, body weight times 0.75. High, body weight times either 1.5 or 1.75. Personally, I go 1.75. And Robert, yes, that does sound right. All right. And then someone asked, only complex carbs on the high carb day. It gets a little. I'm trying to keep this video as short and sweet and concise and to the point as I can. You do need both. You need complex and simple carbs. Simple carbs are better in the morning and post-workout. Complex pretty much every other time. Someone said, what happened to the sound? Y'all can hear me fine, right? I'll let you guys respond to that. But okay, so after that, okay, yeah, you can. Cool. After that, we have to figure out what our fat intake is going to be, all right? And our fat intake is going to basically increase and decrease opposite to your carb intake. So on a low carb, because you still need to basically get your calories. So on a low carb day, your fat, the amount of fat that you're going to have in your body is going to be 40%. So I want you guys to basically, you're going to take your body weight and your amount of daily calories, you're going to multiply it by 4. That's 40. And that's how many grams of fat you're going to have. Or that's how many calories you're going to have, sorry. And then the other thing that you guys need to write down as well is that macros are your carbs, your fats, and your proteins, okay? Your carbs, write this down, carbs are, every gram of carb is 4 calories. Every gram of protein is 4 calories. And every gram of fat is 9 calories. Okay? And for those of, I see a lot of you guys saying that I'm moving fast, you're lost. I'm trying to keep this concise, and I'm also going to be giving you guys basically an overview at the end and a solution so that this doesn't have to be hard, because trust me, I'm aware that this shit is difficult and there's a lot to it. And I'm going to give you a simple solution. So I'm going to run back. So, and then I'm going to run back through carbs real quick. Carb intake, low, 0.25 times your body weight. Moderate, 0.75 times your body weight. High carb day, 1.5 times your body weight or 1.75 times your body weight. Increase, decrease your fat intake opposite to carb intake. Low carb day is going to be 40% of your body weight or of your calories. So you're going to multiply your calories, how many calories you need, your caloric maintenance number, and then do the deficit. You're going to multiply that number by 0.4. That's how many calories you're getting from your fat, okay? After that, you got to divide that number by 9. And after you divide, because there's 9 calories in every gram of fat. So once you divide that number by 9, that gives you how many grams of fat you're going to have on your low carb day. So that's how many grams of fat, okay? After that, we're going to figure out your moderate carb day fat intake. So basically, as your carbs increase, your fat is going to decrease. So on your moderate carb day, what we're going to do is decrease your fat intake by 5%. So you're going to take your caloric maintenance number with the deficit, and you're going to multiply it by 0.35. That's 35%. That's how many calories you're going to have. Remember, you got to divide that by 9 because there's 9 calories in every gram of fat, and that is going to give you the grams of fat for your moderate carb day, so 35%. Then last but not least, that leaves our high carb day. And your high carb day, like I said, is much higher in carbs. So your fat is going to be much lower. So we're actually going to drop your fat another 10%. So you're actually going to be getting 25% of your daily calories from fat on your high carb day. So you're going to take your caloric maintenance number, you're going to multiply it by 0.25 because that's 25%, and that's going to give you a number of calories. But you need to divide that number by 9 calories in every gram of fat, and that's going to give you how many grams of fat you need on your high carb day. All right. So that's how you increase and decrease your fat intake opposite to your carb intake. Next comes your protein. And protein's real simple, guys. Your protein, all you need to do is basically eat So people, guys who are not trying to put on a bunch of muscle, you're going to go body weight in pounds times 0.825. That's a great area to basically just get your muscles lean. Those of you who are trying to put on muscle, you're going to take your body weight in pounds times 1, basically. So you're going to eat, so if you weigh 180 pounds, you're going to eat 180 grams of protein. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to divide that protein up into meals to eat every 2 to 3 hours. I recommend 3 hours. I recommend getting 6 meals a day, and I recommend breaking up that protein into 6 meals a day and eating them every 3 hours. So, and that's the same amount every day. Your protein does not need to change. That's going to allow you to stay in what is called a positive nitrogen balance, and that is basically just going to keep you in a muscle building state rather than muscle atrophy, which is where your muscle actually breaks down and you actually lose muscle. So that's going to help you maintain your muscle mass and basically just keep everything getting leaner and leaner rather than losing muscle, because a lot of times when people diet, they actually lose a lot of muscle. And the results, guys, when you do this, your body is going to use fat as its primary fuel source. Because like I said, you're going to be basically dropping your carbs. You're going to be burning a bunch of fat because your body's not going to have any carbs in it. And then what's going to happen is right before your body starts realizing that it's not getting calories, you're going to increase your calories. You're going to get a bunch of carbs. Your body's going to increase that hormone leptin production, the production of leptin. Your body's going to start thinking, oh, I'm getting all these calories. It's going to turbocharge your metabolism, and then you're going to cut your carbs again. And then when your metabolism is supercharged, you're going to start burning carbs super efficiently. You're going to start burning fat super efficiently. And then you guys are asking which days are low, moderate, and high. I recommend low. So Monday through Sunday, I go low, moderate, high, low, low, moderate, high. And just in that cycle. Monday low, Tuesday moderate, Wednesday high, Thursday, Friday low, low, Saturday moderate, Sunday high. Sunday I do my cheat meal. And then also the results, you're going to get your abs popping like you've never seen before. I've seen people who said they dieted for years and nothing ever worked for them, and then they did fucking carb cycling for a month and they saw better results than they saw in years of dieting, because this stuff really does work. And like I said, you'll get leaner than you've ever been and faster than you even thought was possible. And your metabolism, because of that hormone leptin, is going to speed up, and it's going to stay that way because you continually implement those high carb days. I see a couple of you guys saying that you're confused. And I'm going to be doing another one of these on Tuesday, so you guys can tune in for those. Also, like I said, I'm going to be giving you guys a super simple solution where basically I'm going to offer, like, you're not going to have to do any of this. You're basically just going to have to read off of a piece of paper, and it's going to be basically spoon fed. I'm going to give you guys the simplest, the easiest solution ever to getting pool ready in 30 days. So, like I said, throughout the week, low, moderate, high, low, low, moderate, high. Okay? All right. Moving on. Right. Got to remind those of you who are getting a little frustrated if this is difficult. Also, I want you guys to continue to stay. I don't want you guys to get frustrated. I'm doing the 6-pack shred program at the end because also the 6-pack shred program kind of talks about this a little bit more, so that you guys are going to get that no matter what. And also, I want you guys to stay till the end because I have 2 more awesome tips to be giving you. So make sure you guys are staying if you want my exact ab workouts. Secret number 2. I only have times a week and I will burn calories 24/7. Sound too good to be true? It's not. But when you guys, so pool ready in 30 days, secret number 2, myth. I need to do an hour of cardio a day to get pool ready in 30 days. Guys, the last time someone told you or you decided that you were going to get in shape and you were going to cut down your body fat, what did you think that you were going to have to do? Not only did you think you were going to have to cut your calories, which I just explained that you're not going to have to, but you also thought that you were going to have to go to the gym and run on the treadmill for 45 minutes or ride the bike for an hour and just do a shitload of cardio, right? Yes. Yep. Well, maybe. I'm not going to speak for all of you, but most people associate getting in good shape with a lot of cardio. What you guys want to, and what happens is when they think that they need to do a bunch of cardio, it won't last any longer than a week because they'll do it for a week and they'll get burnt out. And the other thing is that traditional steady state cardio is actually one of the least effective fat loss cardio methods. You actually burn and you actually burn a lot of muscle in the process. So it's just a bunch of different reasons why you should not fucking do traditional cardio. Instead, you guys need to be doing HIIT cardio. I'm going to talk about it here in a second. It is easy to stick to because it's just 15 minutes a day, 3 times a week. 15 minutes a day, guys. 15 minutes a day. That is it. 15 minutes. You guys have been on this webinar for like twice as long as that already. 15 minutes a day, 3 times a week. That's it. And it's the most effective cardio method for fat loss. The most effective because you basically, I'm going to talk about why here in a second, but it also retains your muscle while burning fat. Let me put it this way, guys. When was the last time you saw a marathon runner who was jacked? When was the last time you saw a super muscular dude running a triathlon? Probably never, because the long distance stuff like that, it eats away at your muscle and keeps you skinny. Whereas, when was the last time you saw a super, super, super skinny Olympic sprinter? Never. You don't see super skinny Olympic sprinters because they're doing HIIT style cardio. They're maintaining their muscle mass. Whereas the other guys, basically they're going these long endurance trained workouts and they're losing their muscle. Yes, they are working on their endurance and they're being able to run for a long time. But are you guys working out so that you can impress somebody by running for 2 hours? Or are you trying to impress people by having a sick set of abs? You tell me. Now, the experiment. The old method that I did personally was I personally run on the treadmill, actually. I did that to connect with you guys. I ran outside because I ran cross country. But I ran for minimum 45 minutes. During season, we had 2 days where basically all we did was run. So for understay, I did this 6 days a week. I did it with my team 5 days a week, and then I had to run minimum 1 day throughout the weekend. And when it was in season, they're running 7 days a week, minimum an hour a day. The new method is high intensity interval training. Instead, what you're going to do is HIIT 15 minutes a day, just 3 times a week. And I didn't make a slide, I guess. So I'll talk real quick. Mic messing up. Is that mic better? Let me know if the mic's better, guys. I'll wait. Better. Cool. All right. So HIIT workout. What is a HIIT workout? A HIIT workout is basically doing these short, so it stands for high intensity interval training. So what you're going to do is you're basically going to do these short intervals of max intensity followed by short intervals of rest. So what do I mean by short intervals? You might be thinking, well, you're probably not talking about real short. Yes, I am. I'm talking about 10, 20 seconds, guys. That's it. You're going to go, my personal favorite, just because it's easy as shit, is I get on a treadmill and I sprint for 20 seconds and I rest for either 10 seconds or 20 seconds. Or I'll go 15-second sprint, 15-second rest. And I'll do that 12 to 15 times. And I'm not talking about like a little, you're kind of running hard, guys. I'm talking about all out sprint, because what's happening is when you do an all out sprint, you're basically kicking your body. So there's an aerobic state and there's an anaerobic state in your body. And what's happening is when you are sprinting and going all out, you're kicking your body from an aerobic state to an anaerobic state. Therefore, your body's going to use oxygen. And when your body only has a limited amount of oxygen in it. And when your body is using oxygen, it's going to then have to replenish that oxygen. It's going to basically, when you're doing these all-out intervals, 12 to 15 cycles, and no, you don't want to do more than 12 to 15 cycles because then you could start overtraining. 12 to 15 cycles should be plenty. I get people saying that they do HIIT training for 45 minutes. You should only be able to do HIIT training for about 15 minutes because you should be going so hard in the all-out portions of it that you feel like you're dying. But the good thing is it's only 10 to 15 minutes. So, and you guys are asking about the rest part. Literally, I go 15-second sprint or a 20-second sprint, and then I literally hop off to the side and I don't even move for the rest part. I completely rest. I do nothing for it. You can reduce your speed and do a very low intensity. I just think it's easier to basically jump off to the side and then jump back on going full speed again. So that's what you do. And so back to what I was saying is you use up your oxygen stores. And the thing about these oxygen stores is that you deplete them so low that your body has to then replenish your oxygen stores after your workout. And basically what's happening is your body can take up to anywhere from 24 to 48 hours to completely replenish and get those oxygen stores back up to where they were. So what's happening is when your body is working to replenish these oxygen stores, it's going to burn calories. And studies have shown that your body will burn up to 66% more calories after you've stopped your cardio workout, just literally by doing nothing. So you're not only going to spend less time doing cardio, you're not only going to go from 45-minute runs to 10-15-minute cardio sessions, but you're also going to burn literally over twice as many calories and burn calories for 2 days without doing anything. You can literally sit around and you'll continue burning calories. And the speed for the sprint, there is no usual speed for the sprint, guys. It's whatever you can handle. I say whatever maybe like a little bit faster than your PR mile time, but you guys should be feeling it. Like at that, if you're going for, let's say, I would start out easy. I would go 10 seconds on, 20 seconds off. But at that 10 seconds, guys, you should be dying for that 11th second to come so that you can take your 20-second rest. You should really, really be going all out. Act like a fucking bear is chasing you or something. But with that being said, you're going to burn 66% more calories in literally a fraction of the time spent. Now, secret number 3, and I really love this one. I spend less than an hour in the gym and I build muscle twice as fast as probably you guys because you're not taking advantage of this. So when you think about putting on muscle. And if I told you I'm going to give you $1 million to put on as much muscle as you could in the next 30 days, what are you going to go do? You're probably going to go spend 2 hours in the gym. You're probably going to go do every exercise you can think of. You're going to lift as heavy as you can, and you're going to hope that it just puts on a bunch of muscle. Right? I'm assuming. Devontae said steroids. Yeah, that's probably a good call too. But you're going to go to the gym, you're going to spend 2 hours there, and you're going to lift as heavy as you can. And then I also put I also assume most people think that lifting only builds muscle. If I told you I want you to build as much muscle and I want you to burn as much fat, you're probably not going to think that burning fat comes from your weightlifting. Right? Okay. Now, this is what needs to happen. Guys, you don't need to spend any more than 45 to 60 minutes in the gym, tops. I'm in and out of the gym in an hour every single day. Let's say I'm doing abs and a HIIT workout. Maybe I'll be in the gym an hour 15-ish. That's because my abs are probably 10 to 15 minutes and my HIIT cardio is 10 to 15 minutes. So add that onto a lift. And right now I'm following a push-pull legs routine. So one day of mine is chest, shoulders, and triceps, and that's quite a few different muscle groups, but I'm still not in there more than 45 minutes, hitting 3 different muscle groups, doing the actual weight training. And guys, the truth is, you think that lifting heavy is going to put on muscle, and that's the biggest myth there is in the gym. Lightweight builds muscle. And I don't mean that you need to go start using 5-10 pound dumbbells for everything. But I do mean that you need to go for a higher rep range, which I'm going to talk about here in a second. And then third, weight training, the right kind of weight training, actually boosts your metabolism. It creates what you call metabolic stress, actually then increasing how fast your body burns calories. The experiment. My old method, literally my old method, because I was always a skinny kid growing up. I lifted the heaviest weight I could handle for 2 to 3 hours a day. I'd go to the gym I'd go to the gym pretty much right after school, and I would probably get to the gym anywhere from I'd probably go home and chill for a sec. I'd probably be at the gym 6 or 7 p.m. and I would literally go to the gym until it closed. I'd be there until 9, 10, 11 p.m. just hanging out, doing every exercise I could think of, doing the heaviest weight I could handle, and I didn't get anything from it. Now, my new method, and one that has proven to work not only for me but for thousands of our clients, is called hypertrophy training. That's pronounced hypertrophy. And what it is using lighter weights, higher rep ranges, and shorter rests. Let me explain. The experiment, guys. Okay. When I talk about hypertrophy training, that doesn't mean, so hypertrophy training, I said use lighter weights, higher reps, shorter rests. So what is that? Well, higher reps or lighter weights is lightweight. Your weight and how many reps you're doing work synergistically together. So how many reps are you going to be doing? Well, you want to go for 8 to 15 reps, depending on what you're doing. Personally, I start at the higher end. I start at 8. I start at usually 15. Maybe I'll even do 20 for my first set to work up. Maybe it's my first exercise. I'll do even more, maybe 20. And I'll work my way down. I'll go maybe 20, 15, 12, 10, or I'll go 15, 12, 10, 8, or I'll go 15, 10, 12, 8. I'll just keep mixing it up back and forth. But you go light, guys. You have to go higher rep. And then the other thing is that, okay, and here, what I was talking about here, time under tension per set, I say 8 to 15 reps, okay? Studies have shown, this is not just me talking out my ass like a lot of people do these days. Studies have shown that 40 to 60 seconds of time under tension per set builds, or basically it increases what is called tissue synthesis, which is also known as muscle building, 51% just 24 hours after your workout versus doing heavy ass weight and basically really low reps, just throwing the weight around. It builds over literally 51%, over twice as much muscle just by getting 40 to 60 seconds of tension on the muscle per set. So guys, what I want you to think about next time you're working out in the gym and you're trying to build muscle is time under tension, okay? So you're saying define time under tension. Time under tension is the amount of seconds, the length of time that you are physically working the muscle. So y'all are probably sitting at your computer on your phone right now. I want you to look down at your bicep, and I'm doing the same thing with you right now. I want you to look down at your bicep, and I want you to flex it, okay? Flex it as if you were flexing for somebody, okay? Flex it, and I want you to then keep it flexed. Flex as hard as you can. Flex it as hard as you fucking can, okay? And I want you to keep it flexed and straighten your arm, okay? All the way out. Keep it flexed. Do not lose tension. And I want you to keep it flexed, and I want you to curl your arm back up. I'm doing it right here with you. Curl it back up. Keep it flexed, okay? That is time under tension. Now imagine if you had a dumbbell in your hand. That is time under tension. Okay, so doing that little extension and curling it back up, that was probably 3 to 4 seconds of time under tension. Now turn that into 8 to 15 reps, and voila, you're going to get your 40 to 60 seconds of time under tension. Okay, so time under tension is just how long your muscles are actually being worked. It's not how hard you can, how many reps you can bang out with whatever muscle that you're going to use to work to get that weight up. It's how well you're actually working the muscle. I want you guys to focus as if you are trying to flex. So if you're trying to hit chest, I want you to flex your pecs as hard as you can. And then I want you to do the exercise, and I want you to do it for 40 to 60 seconds. However many reps that is, I want you to keep tension on that muscle for 40 to 60 seconds. Okay? That's time under tension. Now, I talk about 8 to 16 sets per muscle group. And this is because a lot of people, when they are going to the gym and they're trying to put on a bunch of muscle, they think that the more exercises they do, the better. And one of the quotes that I lift by, I call it, one of the quotes I lift by is, you want to stimulate your muscles, not annihilate your muscles. There's a big difference between going to the gym and stimulating your muscle fibers and breaking them down, and then going to the gym, stimulating your muscle fibers, and then continuously stimulating and stimulating and stimulating and overstimulating, guys. There's a fine line between what you call hypertrophy, which is another name for muscle building, which is why I call this hypertrophy training. Hypertrophy is another name for muscle building. Then there's a word called atrophy, which is muscle breakdown. And when you do too many sets per muscle group, you get muscle atrophy, which is when you actually start breaking down that muscle. So for those of you who are going to the gym and you guys are working out your muscles and you're working out a certain body part today or tomorrow or whenever, don't do any more than 8 to 16 sets. And you say, well, there's a whole range of 8 sets in there. How do you figure out? There are smaller and bigger muscle groups. The larger muscle groups need the larger end of the spectrum, maybe 12 to 16. The smaller muscle groups need 8 to 12. So what are the difference? Smaller muscle groups are going to be your deltoids, your biceps, your triceps, your calves, your abs. The bigger muscle groups are going to be your back, your chest, your legs, maybe just your shoulders in general, not just specifically targeting your deltoid. So those are going to need the more reps, okay? Then the next thing that's going to help you cut down the time spent in the gym is to implement supersets into your training. And this is something that I actually talk about in all of my programs. Supersets are basically, so when you're going to the gym and you're doing an exercise, let's say you're doing chest today and you're doing barbell bench press, and then you're going to go to incline dumbbell bench press next. What supersetting is instead of doing 3 bench press, doing all 3 of those, and then going into 3 sets of incline dumbbell bench press, what you're going to do instead is do your set of barbell bench press and then go straight over to the incline and do those back to back and then rest. So you're going to do 2 exercises back to back and then rest. And that's called a superset. And you just do that throughout your training. You're going to work your muscles way better, and you're going to be in and out of the gym faster. Cardio on an empty stomach. Don't do cardio on an empty stomach because it will basically, actually guys, keep your questions until the end. I'm going to do a 10-minute Q&A at the end. So if you guys have questions, please write them down. I'll do a quick Q&A for you guys at the end. I just decided. Also, shorten your rests to 45 to 60 seconds. Too many times I see people in the gym talking between their sets, texting between their sets, and basically I'll be sitting next to them and I'll finish a set at the same time as them, and then I'll get into my next set in about 45 seconds. I usually keep my personal rest of 45 to 60 seconds, usually 45. I'll get into my next set and I'll finish my next set, and then I'll rest, and then I'll be getting into my set 2 sets later when they get into their next set. And that might not seem like that long. You're like, oh, well, that's just a minute. Yeah, well, if you're doing 12 sets, that's 12 extra minutes. And if you're waiting 2 extra minutes, that's 24 extra minutes. So it adds up. No, Danny, don't apologize, dude. It's good. It's cool. Just ask. I just want to. I was going to answer the question, and then I just decided that last second I'll just do a Q&A for you guys at the end. Don't apologize. You're good. But shorten your guys' rest to 45 to 60 seconds. It's going to help you. Basically, if you wait too long, you're going to allow your body too much time to recover. Therefore, you're going to decrease the amount of metabolic stress on your body. If you guys rest too long, it's going to start working into what is called strength training. It's going to get you stronger, yes, but it's not going to build muscle. There's a big difference. So shorten your guys' rest to 45 to 60 seconds. And the results, when you guys do this all, you're going to be in and out of the gym in less than an hour. You're going to build muscle. And this is not only by doing the right amount of sets, not overtraining, but also by doing the supersets and shortening your rest, which is going to get you a much better workout. You're going to build twice as much muscle because, like I said, protein or tissue synthesis is going to increase 51% more than if you're doing heavier contractions, basically just throwing the weight around. You're going to increase your metabolism because you're creating that metabolic stress from resting less. And you're going to avoid injuries because you're using lightweight. You're not going super fucking heavy. So guys, if you put these three things together, imagine putting these 3 things together. Imagine that I want you to take a second right now and imagine that you are carb cycling perfectly. You have your diet laid out. You're using your low, moderate, you're dropping your carbs, your body's using fat as its primary fuel source, and then you're doing that high carb day. You're boosting your metabolism, and then you're dropping back to your low and your moderate carb day, and you're going to burn fat because your metabolism's boosted. Imagine that you're using fat as your primary fuel source. Then I want you to also imagine that you're doing 15-minute cardio sessions 3 times a week. You're only doing 45 minutes of cardio a week, but instead of only burning calories while you're doing cardio, you're literally burning calories 24/7 by doing them every other day, and you're burning up to 66% more calories. Then I want you guys to imagine into the gym and you are following the hyper. I want you to do the right amount of sets to where you're not overtraining your muscles, to where you're actually keeping tension on the muscle. You're supersetting your workouts fast, and you're keeping your rest short so that you can create that metabolic stress so that your body will naturally burn more calories. Imagine if you were doing all of this together. All of this. All 3 of those. All 3 of those are fucking keys at burning fat and building muscle. Ooh, mic again. Better? I'll let you guys respond. Hopefully it's a little better. Cool. All right, so guys, imagine you're carb cycling. You're tricking your body into using fat as the primary fuel source. You're doing HIIT workouts. You're only doing 15-minute cardio sessions. That's it. And you're burning calories 24/7 and 66% more calories. And you're hypertrophy training. You're getting in and out of the gym in less than an hour, which is going to make going to the gym not all that bad anymore. Imagine if you do that for 30 days. If you guys are trying to get pool ready in 30 days, which is what this whole webinar is about, imagine if you did that for 30 days. Then imagine if you did that for 60 days, twice that, what you would look like. Then imagine if you did that for 90 days. What if you just made that a new lifestyle and you just always did that? Imagine what you would look like right now. So guys, I want to just go over everything the past hour. I just want you guys to. This is, like I said, this is my first webinar. I was just wondering if you guys would agree. It's been time well spent so far. I wanted to keep this short, sweet, to the point. But if you guys want help, a lot of you guys were saying that this is difficult. These equations are confusing. And I personally know that it's a lot of information. I personally hate math. I always hated school. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I hated school. It's a lot of equations. And the thing is, as you lose weight, you have to continually recalculate those equations. And and I wanted to keep this as short and sweet to the point as I could. And I couldn't cover all the basics. Like there's a lot about nutrient timing that you got to take into hand. Like I was saying about carbs and fats, there's better times to eat fats and carbs. Like fats are better in the morning and better at night. Carbs are better pre-workout. Simple carbs are better post-workout. There's very important times for protein. And then when it comes to working out, there are specific exercises that you need to be doing to work up the physique that you need. So what I'm saying, guys, is we have something special for those of you who are wanting to get pool ready in 30 days. But if you're one of those people who loves all that information that you just got and you are ready to take this information and you're ready to go off on your own, you're ready to fucking kill it, then I'm happy for you. I'm glad I could help. I hope you guys check out my stuff later, my YouTube, my social media, all of that. I hope you check it out, and I hope I helped you a bunch. If you're going to go off and you're going to go do it yourself, and you really are going to stick to it, and you know deep down that you're going to stick to it, then you can go do that. But I have something for those of you who know you need that extra hand, because you can have the best plan in the world, you can have the best information in the world, but if you don't have the right guidance and someone there to answer questions, then you're probably not going to stick to it. Or if you don't have a reason to actually stick to it, a lot of times, like I said, you can have the regimen sitting in front of you, but if you don't have a reason, if you don't have a strong reason to actually do it, you're going to last a couple of days, maybe a week, and you're not going to last. So what I'm offering right now is to let us take care of this for you. I'm offering to basically write you your very own customized carb cycle plan. You don't have to worry about the calculations, the equations, the type of foods, what times you should be eating, how big of portions, how many grams of chicken you should be getting, how many grams of sweet potatoes or whatever kind of foods that you like. I'm going to create a customized carb cycle plan for you, so that you can literally just look at a piece of paper, know what you're going to eat at what time, and you just have to follow it and you get shredded. We're also going to basically write you out a completely customized training plan. Whatever body part you want to work up, whatever you're specifically trying to achieve with your physique, we're going to write you a hypertrophy and HIIT training plan. So basically we'll get you the exercises that you need, how many reps, how many sets, guidance along the way. And that's the next thing. You're going to have a one-on-one coach to help you along the way. You can ask any questions you want. There's going to be email access. You can ask any questions. There's going to be, if you have questions about food substitutions, if you don't like a certain food, if you're not getting the results that you want, and let's say you drop a couple pounds at the beginning and you're getting leaner, but in a couple of days you stop seeing results and you're wondering why, all you have to do is ask your coach. That's it. And we can fix it. We know how to fix that. That's probably the hardest part about all of this. Then I'm also going to give you access to my private Facebook group. This is a Facebook group that has it's like a community of people who are just like you guys, trying to get in shape fast, and trying to learn what's right and actually make a difference and really just see real results. And all of these, the customized carb cycle plan, we actually sell that for $158 on our site. The HIIT training, the workout plan, $158. One-on-one coach is actually more than $200. Access to private Facebook group, we just say $20, say whatever. But what also I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a bonus. I'm going to give you guys access to a weekly live Q&A with me, where you can ask me any question you want. Anything goes. If you want to ask me personal questions, you want to ask me questions about my plan, what I've done to get in shape, how I became a business owner, whatever, questions about Brutus, my dog, if you guys want to ask me anything, weekly live Q&As with me every single week. And that's only for the first 30 people. Bonus number 2, access to my private membership site. And this is one that it says a $30 value, guys, but this is honestly probably one of my favorite things that we have just because of how much gold content is in there. There's tips and tricks about certain exercises that you can't find anywhere else. There's nutrition info that you can't find anywhere else. There's cardio workouts. There's cooking videos. There's monthly plans that get updated. You're going to get free access to it, completely free access to it. So you're going to get all of this. You're going to get a customized carb cycle plan. We're going to write you a workout plan, hypertrophy training in the gym, and HIIT training plan. And then if you don't have access to a gym, we can write you one at home. You're going to get a one-on-one coach. You're going to get access to a private Facebook group. You're going to get weekly live Q&As with me in person. You're going to see me. You're going to see my face. You can ask me anything you want, and you're going to get access to a private membership site. And it's total value $850. So I want to ask you something. Forget the price, okay? I'm not gonna make this crazy expensive for you guys. I'm really not. $850 is too much. I agree. But if all this did was get you really pool ready, forget pool ready. If this got you confident in your body, to where, like I said, I'm at Coachella today, and I'm confident about taking my shirt off tomorrow. If you were walking around Coachella, would it be worth it to walk around, flip your shirt off, and get people staring at you? Not because you're out of shape, but because you are looking fucking good. Would that be worth it? If all this did was make it easy for you to get in shape whenever you wanted. Forget about summer, forget about pools, forget about Coachella, forget about everything. If you just decided one day that you want to get in shape, if you had the information that you needed, would that be worth it? And then if all this did was give you a reason to stick to it, because like I said, people can have the best plan ever, but they won't stick to it. If this gave you a reason to finally stick to it, would it be worth it? So you can probably see why it's a pretty good deal at $850, but it's not $850, guys. It's only $300 for the general public. $300, super cheap. But because you guys are sticking to this, because you guys are still watching this, I'm going to give it to you guys today for $200. $200. Oh, I don't know why that says your website. Oh, wait. Okay, forget about that. What I want you guys to do is I'm going to put the offer in here, okay? Can you guys see this? Let me know if you can see that. Click the offers button. Let me know if you can see that. Yes. Okay. So forget about the link that I just showed you. That is the button that you guys can click to get all of that for $200 today, and today only. But I am not done, guys. Bonus number 3. Chance to win money. There's a $5,000 grand prize to the best 30-day transformation. And it's $5,000 total. Basically, it's going to be the top 3 winners. So the first place transformation is going to win $22,500 cash. We're going to send it to you in cash. The first place transformation. The second place transformation is going to win $1,500, $1,500 cash. And then the third place winner is going to win $1,000 cash. And then the fourth and the fifth place people are going to get completely free 12-week custom plans with one of my trainers so that you can just basically continue on completely for free. That's the fourth and fifth place winner. So you can get all that, basically the carb cycle plan, all that for $200 today. Forget about this remove this. Go to that offers button. After that, now I want to leave you with this, guys. You have 3 choices. The first option you guys can do is you can do nothing. You can keep doing what you're doing now, and you can keep looking for some quick fix or somebody to basically show you an easy way to do this, but I've just showed you the easiest way. So you can keep doing nothing and you can keep getting the same results that you've always gotten, which led you here. Or you can take the tips I just gave you, like I said, and you can research how to effectively implement them all into your life. You can go use everything you just wrote down and you can try it on your own. And if that's you, more power to you. Or third option, you can make one of the best decisions of your life by making this one-time small investment and really get pool ready in just 30 days, guys. And I say one of the best decisions of your life, and that is not an exaggeration. We have had people go through these 30-day challenges and say that it was literally the best decision they ever made because it improved so many more areas than just getting in shape. So forget about that slide. This is everything that you're going to get, guys. That's everything. You're going to get a customized carb cycle plan, a hypertrophy HIIT training plan, a one-on-one coach to help you along the way, access to my private Facebook group, weekly live Q&As with me personally, access to my private membership site, a chance to win $2,500 all for $200 today. That's it. Like I said, if you guys are trying to so if you guys are clicking the button, just go to the contest. And don't worry, I'm going to get to the program here in a second. So guys, this is everything. I really hope that even if you don't join the contest, whatever, I hope that you guys really just understand how easy this is to really get in shape. And it's not about doing more work. It's about really just getting the proper information and actually just doing what you need to do to see fast results, because people think that staying lean year round, staying in good shape, keeping your body fat low is hard. And it ain't hard. Well, I mean, it is hard if you're doing it how you think you should be doing it. It ain't hard if you're doing it right. And that is what I'm here to show you guys. So, like I said, guys, this is only available today. There's not going to be replays of this video. If you guys want to get it, make sure you're clicking that link, you're clicking that offer button, and you're signing up today. And like I said, there are limited spots. So if the spots fill up, if maybe if some of you are signing up right now and it's not available, that probably means that it closed out and the spots are filled up. I'm actually not sure off the top of my head how many spots we have left, but I know there's not many. So make sure you guys are joining if you're serious. If you're even somewhat serious, I highly recommend just doing it. Now, I promised you guys a code. So what I'm going to do is give you a code. So here is what I want you to do. I'm going to do this for you right in front of you. I want you to send an email to this. This is for my free 6-pack shred program for all of you. I want you to put the subject line as webinar program, just like that. And in there, I just want you to write out, maybe say that you were watching the webinar and you were promised a free program, and the code is webinar 123 6-pack. That's your code right there, guys. So, like I said, I promised you guys a free program for sticking to this till the end. Send an email to that email, subject, webinar program code, webinar 123 6-pack. For everybody else, I really hope that you guys learned something from this webinar. I really hope that you really just consider the difference that this could make in your life, guys, because not only is it going to help you get in shape, but it's going to improve, it's going to help, it's going to give you a reason. It's going to improve so many different areas of your life. It's going to show you that you can stick to something. How many times have you tried to get in shape and then you don't, and then you just kind of get depressed because, well, there goes another thing that you weren't able to stick to. Well, why don't you use the $2,500 that you can win as a reason to only stick to it? It's 30 days, guys. 30 days. 30 days. That's it. You can do literally anything for 30 days. Anything. So like I said, if you guys are serious about this, if you guys are even debating whether or not you should do this, if you think this could help you, I highly, highly, highly suggest just pulling the trigger and doing this, because it could be one of the best decisions you ever made in your life. And I am extremely confident in the results that we deliver our contestants. And if you guys want to go back to these pictures, all of these were from our past contests. This was one of our first place winners. This was not even our first place winner. First place winner, not even top 3. Like, guys, this is what you can do in 30 days. And the coolest part about it is all of these people at the end of the contest, they didn't care about the money. They didn't think, well, I hope I win that money still, because even halfway through the contest, they had learned so many things, not only about getting in shape and working out and nutrition, but also about themselves and how they can stay motivated and how they can push themselves to actually stick to something. Guys, the transformations out, and this is just a couple. I didn't want to overload you with transformations. This is just a couple of them, guys. We have so many more. So, like I said, if you guys want to be the next one, if you want to be on maybe the next webinar that I run, and you want to be that smiling face at the end, all you have to do is stick to it for 30 days. That's it. And we can help you get there. I know we can, because we have done it and we will do it again. So if you guys are serious about it, make sure you guys are signing up before all the spots are full. Other than that, to get your free program, make sure you are just sending the email to her with the subject and the code, and we'll get you guys your free program. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this webinar. I hope you guys took some amazing content from it, and I look forward to hopefully working with you guys in our next 30-day contest. And yes, I said that I'm going to be doing a quick Q&A. So I want you guys, so I'm going to put 5-10 minutes to you guys so that you can start asking a couple questions. Juan, so what do I have to do to get all those things for 200? Is just get a spot in the contest? Yep, you'll get every single one of those things, all of these, for just signing up for the contest. You'll get all that for $200. So incline hit cardio. Incline hit cardio is great as long as you don't get the issue when I do hit cardio is that when I do incline is my legs actually get tired before my body does. So I actually don't run out of breath first. You want to actually be running out of breath and less so working your muscles. So I actually like doing it flat. If you got really, really strong legs, go for it. Intermittent fasting with carb cycling. Yeah, you can definitely do intermittent fasting with carb cycling. Intermittent fasting, I don't recommend for anybody other than people who are trying to specifically lose a good amount of weight. Other than that, carb cycling will burn plenty of fat. Intermittent fasting and carb cycling would just be a way to basically like a twofer, where you're going to be losing weight even faster than what you would be. So if you have a lot of weight to lose, and that, again, in the contest, we can write you an intermittent fasting plan where you're still carb cycling. So that's not a problem. But if you don't have a super ton of weight to lose, then I would recommend just carb cycling because it works amazing on its own. One more time on the code right there. You said 8 to 16 sets per muscle group. Is this per week or per workout? Per workout. Yeah, that's per workout. 8, the lower end is for smaller muscle groups. The higher end is for larger muscle groups. Incline treadmill for HIIT. Like I said, if you can handle that, my legs get a little tired when I do incline treadmill, but let me feel it out. If you're not dying out of breath because the incline was too much and you're working your legs more than you're actually working your breath, because you actually want to be more out of breath. You actually want to deplete your oxygen. So flat works better for me. Otherwise, I get my legs real tired. What other forms of cardio would you recommend for HIIT if we can't run due to back injury? Oh, you can do all kinds of workouts. You can do battle rope, you can do bike, you can do stair climber, you can do elliptical, you can do burpees, you can do jump lunges, you can do literally any exercise that is going to get your heart rate up. As long as you're doing it as fast as you can, that'll still work. How much water do I drink a day? I drink minimum a gallon. I try to go 1.5 gallons because I personally take creatine. Can you do cardio more than 3 times a week? For sure. You can do his cardio. I tell people 3 times a week because that's all you really need, and that will strip your fat fast. But if you are someone who's super motivated and you want to do cardio every day, you can do cardio every day. How do you cycle your workouts with the HIIT workouts? You always do cardio after. So I do my lifts first, and then 2 to 3 days a week, usually 2 days a week, I'll do, because I'm already lean, I don't have a bunch of fat to lose, so 2 days a week is plenty for me. I'll do my lifts first, and I'll do my HIIT workouts typically on my high carb days when I'm carb cycling. So high carb days are good for HIIT workouts. What's good other than running for HIIT? Just answered that one. Battle rope, burpees, stair climber, bicycle, pretty much any cardio machine, workouts that are high intensity, stuff like that. David. Oh, David's one of our clients. Cool. Glad you're liking it, dude. Mass improvements and gains. I love it. Can I do HIIT cardio more than 3 times per week? Is it recommended? You can. I just don't tell people they have to because that could be a little intimidating. Oh, man, these questions are coming in fast. I'm losing them. You guys got to slow these down. Do HIIT. Oh, fuck. What would you consider? Oh, my gosh. Oh, these are coming in too fast. Work for any age. Oh, guys, you got to slow down. I'm losing so many comments. Okay, this is... Do you need to be sore in order to gain muscle? No, you do not. That is a myth if you think you have to be sore. Sore is just a lactic acid buildup, and a lot of times it has to do with how bad your nutrition is. Whereas if you are sore, doesn't mean anything bad. Muscle fibers that you've probably never worked before, and you can try to work other muscle fibers and get sore again. I don't ever say being sore is bad. But no, it's not bad if you're not sore. Sean, yeah, you can still do steady state cardio. It still burns fat. Just make sure that you're getting adequate protein throughout the day. That way you're not burning too much. That way you're not burning muscle doing it. You said 8 to 16 sets per muscle group. Is this per week or per workout? It's per workout. Tips for HIIT besides treadmill. I already answered that. Should I increase weight when doing decreasing reps on hypertrophy workout? Yes. That is a yes to that. Just to whatever you can handle. What day time are the Q&As? It changes per contest. These are coming in too fast. How much water intake? A gallon. Gallon is a good place to stay. Do you need to be sore to gain muscle? Nope. But I would work on that time under tension thing that I talked about. What's your warm-up routine? My warm-up routine is typically just a low-intensity steady-state cardio, which is basically just like walking on the treadmill or walking on the stair climber. And then I do some back stretches to basically stretch the muscles in my back. And then if I'm doing like chest or something, I'll warm up my shoulders, my rotator cuffs, stuff like that. My scapula, I'll get my scapula activated, stuff like that. Haven't heard from your coach in over a month. Well, if it's one of our coaches, you should tell me. You should send an email to that email that I gave you guys, that support at Insanity Shred, if it's one of our coaches, because I'll get on his ass real quick. Can you explain the 45 to 60 second break? Is that between each set, and how this works with superset? Yes, that is between each set, and we do the 40 to 60 second break. With supersets, I recommend probably on this full 60 seconds, but basically you're going to go first exercise straight into the second exercise, keeping as minimum of time in between those as possible, and then resting. Doesn't the Insanity Shred University program offer the same things? Kind of, but it's not customized. So we have programs in there for different body types, but it's not customized to your body, and you don't have a coach along the way, which is two of the biggest keys, and you can't win money. So there's actually quite a few things different about it, but I like giving you guys access to it when you sign up for the contest anyways. That way you can use the extra content that's in there. Should I increase weight when doing decreasing reps on hypertrophy workout? Yes. I think I already answered that. Vince, how many exercises for each muscle? If I superset, is 2 enough? Exercises for each muscle? Well, you want to be doing 3 to 4 sets per exercise. So that would be anywhere from 3 to 4 exercises per muscle group. Did you say decrease BMR by 15 for calorie deficit the entire 30 days? Yeah, you can. I mean, you could even decrease more than that if you want to lose more weight. You could even go to 20%. If you have a lot of weight, probably 25. But if you don't have a ton of weight, 15 to 20 is good. But yes, you do for the entire 30 days, and you continue updating your calculations as you lose weight. Can you explain again the concept of supersets? I didn't quite understand. I kind of just explained it again, but superset, guys, is just doing, instead of doing one exercise and then resting and doing that exercise again and resting and that exercise again and resting, what you're going to do is you're going to go one exercise, and then instead of resting right after, you're going to go jump right into the other exercise, and then you're going to rest, and then you're going to do those two exercises back to back again and then rest, those two exercises back to back again and then rest. Should you do HIIT first thing in the morning? You can do HIIT first thing in the morning, but if you're going to, I recommend getting some amino acids in you, also known as BCAAs. I recommend taking a BCAA drink. That way you don't eat away at your muscle. Because when you're waking up, your body is fiending for nutrients. Your body needs protein. And if you're not eating and you're not fasting, then you're going to lose muscle no matter what you do. Need to adjust for age. The age is in the equation that I put for the BMR. The BMR uses your age to figure out your calories. When you're carb cycling, can you literally eat anything as long as you hit your macros? For the most part, yes. If you're eating all sugars for your carbs, you're obviously not going to get the same results as if you were eating a lot of whole grains and complex carbs. But for the most part, if you're hitting those and you're in a caloric deficit, you're going to lose weight, period. Quick examples of food for low carb day. It would be basically for low carb day, you're going to go high fat, high protein, and high volume of vegetables. You got to find a vegetable that you like. Personally, I love asparagus. And so I'll cook up a lot of asparagus. I'll have some steak, or maybe I'll have some salmon or some sea bass, and I'll cook it in some oils that make it taste better, and maybe I'll have some roasted almonds, or maybe I'll have some and I'll have whole eggs. You can have the yolks of your eggs because those have fat in them. So there's actually really good options that you can have for low carb days. Can you do a different cycle than low, moderate, high, low, low, moderate, high? Yeah, you can. I don't personally recommend any others than that. I mean, you could go low, you could skip the moderate, you could go low, high, low, 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 high, or you could go low, low, high, low, 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 high. But personally, I think low, moderate, high is a great way of being able to keep it easy to stick to and easy to remember. Can you explain how the 45 to 60 seconds works when you're doing drop sets and supersets? I think I just explained that. You said you would give a simple plan for the math. The simple plan for the math was actually the program, guys, where we take care of it, because that's as simple as it gets when we're doing all the equations for you. Do we click on reserve your spot for the 200 today special, or did I miss something? Yeah, just click the reserve your spot, fill it all out, put your information down, and that will reserve your spot, and you'll receive an email shortly after saying that your spot has been reserved. And then you're gonna have your spot in our next challenge, and I will be seeing you in the next Q&A. Do you recommend doing abs every day? I recommend doing abs if they're not sore. If your abs are sore, let them rest. But for the most part, abs are a smaller muscle group, therefore they can be trained more. I also don't personally hit abs on leg day because there are these things called compound movements, and compound movements like the squat or deadlifts or lunges, and even stuff like bench press or lat pull down, they work your abs a little more than other exercises. So workout days that are a little more heavier on the compound movements, I don't hit abs because your abs are already getting worked. But if your abs aren't sore, you can hit abs pretty much every day. Quick examples of food, I already gave those. Adjust for 55 plus. Basically, you're just going to 55 plus, you would just make sure if you have any injuries that you need a workout plan, adjust it around that. If you can't eat certain foods, adjust it around that. And then you just have to watch it. People think that because when they're older, they're going to get slower results. It's not so much about that as it is just adjusting the plan to your body type so that you can boost those hormones like your testosterone or your growth hormone, which is when you're sleeping. So there's a couple things that get taken into mind when guys are a little older, but again, it's not hard or anything like that. Is HIIT safe for older people? As long as you don't have any heart conditions and your doctor's not telling you that you can't do that, then yeah, HIIT is fine for older people as well. Code again, guys. The code is right here. It's on the screen. Did you say decrease BMR by 8% or 15? 15. For weight days, should I be doing multiple sets of muscle? Should I be doing multiple muscle groups every time or focus on biceps one day? It depends what you're doing. I personally like trying to hit every muscle group every 3 to 4 days. And that just helps you stay in a continuous state of muscle growth. And that's what's helped me the most. Do you recommend AM or PM? I recommend whatever exercise works best for you. If you're a morning person and you like going to the gym in the morning, I would never tell you to go to the gym in the evening. Or if you're an evening person and you hate waking up in the morning and going to the gym and you can't get a workout, which is who I am, I would never go to the gym in the morning, and I would never tell someone who doesn't like going to the gym in the morning to go to the gym in the morning, because they're not going to like it, and it's going to create this negative feedback loop where they're going to end up not going. So I recommend going whenever you like going and whenever you feel you get the best workout. But if you don't care, I recommend going in the evening because your body has worked up a higher core temperature and you're not so prone to injury, and basically your testosterone levels increase as the day goes out. And if your testosterone levels are higher when you're working out, then you're going to get a better workout. And you give your body time to get calories in it so that you have more glycogen, also known as carbs, in your muscles to push the weight. Quick examples of food for low carb day. I think I answered that. Steak. Find a vegetable that you like and load up on it. I like asparagus. I eat a shitload of asparagus on low carb days. I eat steak. I eat salmon. I eat sea bass. I eat halibut. I eat any kind of seafood. I go high on my fat, so I go high in avocado. I go avocado in my eggs in the morning, and you can also go whole eggs because the egg yolks have fat in them. So you can go higher in fats. I go avocado in my eggs. I go fish throughout the day, or I'll go just maybe some chicken and some asparagus, or steak and asparagus, and I'll snack on some roasted almonds, and I'll cook with oils that make my chicken taste better, stuff like that. Go Bucks. Alcohol. I don't recommend alcohol for people who are trying to get in shape. No, I also understand that you guys are people, and I can't tell you to stop drinking alcohol. So if alcohol is a must, I just recommend keeping it to once a week and keeping the alcohol drinks to something slim, which would be like vodka soda or vodka cranberry. Try to stay away from beers. Try to stay away from orange juice or fruit drinks that are going to have a lot of sugars in them. Someone asked, what do you do for supersets when the gym is packed? You either ask someone if you can work in with them, or you find a different superset option, or I adjust the time of day that I go to the gym, or I adjust my workout around that machine. You said you would give a simple plan for the math. My simple plan for the math was the contest where we take care of it for you guys. But if you want to check out the formula again, I guess I can do this. Oh no, I can't. Oops. Well, I thought I could. I was gonna basically paste the formulas there, but they won't. I guess since the slideshow thing is over, it's not working. But guys, the simple plan that I was going to give you, I told you guys to come with your notepads ready, your pencils ready, and you can't break it down any simpler. That's the thing. it's not hard once you have all the equations, but it is tedious. And that's why we're willing to take care of it for you and have a professional help you with it so that it's just completely taken off your mind and all you have to do is follow, basically be spoon fed results. And so that is the simplest way of doing this. Ab tips, hit them hard, hit them, focus on time under tension. Abs are the same as any muscle group. They need to be worked, and you don't just need to do sit-ups and try to get as many reps as you can. You need to focus on flexing the abs that you're trying to hit and crunching and going back down slow. You need to focus on the time under tension the same way that you would on any other muscle group, and that's when you're going to get a good workout. Alcohol effects. Alcohol doesn't really have any effects other than it's going to make you feel hungover. It's going to give you a hangover, and it's also going to pause any kind of fat burn for 12 to 24 hours, which is why I recommend keeping a night of drinking to just one night a week. Because if you're drinking all the time, it's going to affect how much you can actually burn fat. So that's why I recommend staying away from it. Do you need low body fat to get your abs to erupt? Yes. You can have the best symmetrical, but if you don't have a low body fat to get those abs to show. So you have to have a low body fat percentage to get them to show. I say under 12% and you start seeing them, under 10% and you really start seeing them. Who am I hyped to see at Coachella? I'm hyped to see Dylan Francis. I'm hyped to see Kendrick Lamar. I'm hyped to see Martin Garrix. Hyped to see DJ Snake. Hyped to see. There's a couple people that I'm hyped to see, but more so I'm just happy to kind of be away. When I'm in LA, I'm working pretty much all the time, and I'm just happy to be here with. I'm here to have a good time. I'm just happy to get a little relaxed from work. I guess after this webinar is done, I guess I'm not getting away from work at all. Paid but no email back. Guys, if you paid, the email is not going to be sent immediately. It's going to take our system some time. We experience a lot of traffic often. So just give it probably 24 hours to respond. It shouldn't take that long, but if it does, don't get angry. I promise you guys, you are going to, if you paid, it is going to tell us that you pay. There's no faults in our system. We have a very high tech system that can handle it. And I promise you that if you pay, there's not any kind of scam or anything like that. The challenges work. I promise you. You guys have our website. You guys know my social media handles. You guys can go bash me all you want on all of those if we don't ever deliver on what we promise, because I promise we over deliver and under promise on everything. How do we pay? Just go over and click offers and click reserve your spot, and that'll get you there. Would you say most people who place in the top 3 take supplements? No. We've actually had quite a few people take no supplements. And that's something else that I preach about, is that when you have your nutrition and your training handled, you don't need supplements. And the only supplements I would recommend to people would be either BCAAs, just because they help your body recover faster, and that's it. Or maybe a protein powder for convenience reasons. If they don't have time to eat protein every 2 to 3 hours, a protein shake is a very simple solution. Or creatine for people strictly trying to put on size and strength. That's it. Other than that, there are definitely other supplements that I recommend, but for those are the 3 main ones that I would say. But no, you don't have to be taking any, and people who place in the top 3 don't necessarily always take supplements. For weight days, should I be doing multiple muscle groups every time or focus on just biceps one day, chest the next day? I would never recommend focusing on such a small muscle group like just biceps on one day. If you're going to do a small muscle group like biceps, I would also recommend doing other small muscle groups like, say, triceps or calves or abs. But for the most part, it's really about what you're trying to do. Personally, I'm trying to put on size, so I follow a push-pull legs routine, which is where one day I'll do push exercises, which is chest, shoulders, and triceps. Next day I'll do pull, which is back and biceps, and after that I'll do legs, and I'll follow that over and over and over 6 days a week, and then I rest on the 7th day. So you can do that. I used to follow a plan where I would go chest one day, back the next, shoulder the next, arms the next, legs the next, and that works very well at getting the volume that you need and getting a really good workout. I just like changing it up. So there's a bunch of different things that you can do. Do you lose the access after 30 days? So after the challenge ends, if you guys joined the challenge, after the challenge ends, we actually give special deals. We basically give you guys people some extra stuff for people who join the challenge just for joining the challenge and completing it basically. So after the challenge ends, basically I'll consider y'all fam and I'll hook you guys up with some more stuff. Just like I said, like in this webinar, I gave you guys a free program just for watching it, and that goes the same way with everything. Is it good to train biceps and triceps the same day? Sure is. I used to do it. It's just called an arm day, and those are opposing muscle groups, so that's great to train on a day, but I wouldn't always keep it that way. I would do it for 4 to 6 weeks, and then I would change it up. All right, seen a bunch of the same questions. For people who are paying, who are signing up, just wait a bit. Once I get off this webinar, I'm going to check in with my email support team, and I'm going to make sure that everything is being taken care of. I'll make sure that you guys are all getting your emails back. I'll make sure there's nothing going wrong. So tonight, maybe tomorrow, just watch your emails. It will come in. Maybe check your spam folder. If tomorrow it hasn't come in yet, it might be in there, but you guys will be receiving the emails just to confirm that you have secured your spot, so don't worry. Will this program be good for kids? We don't recommend any of our stuff to people under 18 just because we don't want any lawsuits. What do you think of P90X type workouts? I think P90X is a sham to burn fat and burn a shitload of muscle. I don't think it puts on any kind of muscle. It doesn't give you the strength training that you need to stimulate your muscle fibers to actually get them to grow. And I'd have never actually bought the program. I've only seen the workouts, so I don't know what their nutrition entails, but nutrition is 80% of getting the body that you want, and I don't know how deep they go into nutrition, so I can't touch on that. But as far as their workout goes, I think it's only for people who are looking to lose weight, and I know there's people who are trying to do more than just lose weight, so that's why I don't like it. Don't lift or hit on empty stomach. I work out as soon as I wake up. I would not do that. I would not eat or lift, or I would not do hit or lift on an empty stomach just because it's going to eat away at your muscle. If you're going to go right in the morning, I would recommend, Josh, I'm talking to you, I would recommend getting a protein shake, downing the protein shake, waiting 15, 20 minutes, and then going to the gym, or just doing like some BCAAs, because that's going to make a big difference in the amount of muscle that you actually retain from your workouts. Someone's asking if you sign up, would you start the program May or right away? What is today? January, February, March, April. It will start. It depends. Honestly, there's a certain number that we go to that we allow people to sign up. There's a limited number of spots. Once we hit that, we start it. And once we're about to hit that, we figure out the date. As of right now, it's starting in May. But if we basically fill up, say, this webinar, then we're going to start it sooner. So it depends, and we'll let you know. Don't worry. Does a 30-day mean working out literally every day? No, you will not work out every day for 30 days. So guys, if you sign up for the contest, once we're closer to the start date, you'll get a questionnaire. The questionnaire will get every piece of information that we need from you. Your body size, your weight, your height, what your activity level is, what your current workouts are, how busy your lifestyle is, what foods you like and what don't like, how many days you can commit to this, how often you want to spend at the gym, what kind of foods you have access to. We'll get every piece of information that we need from you. That way it's as easy to follow as possible. If you only can work out 4 to 5, if you can only work out 4 days a week, we can write you a plan 4 days a week that's super effective. If you can work out 6 days a week, we can write you a workout for that. I recommend at least dedicating 4 days a week to your workouts. That's how you're going to get optimal results. Minimum 4 days a week. But no, you will not be working out for all 30 days. Creatine for cutting? No. Creatine retains a little bit of water and is specifically for putting on size and strength. Would you recommend a cheat day to be on a high carb day? Exactly. Peyton, you are right on. Cheat day should always be on high carb day just because the extra calories are going to get used to boost your metabolism. Are liquids, chocolate milk, okay to intake carbs? I don't personally like chocolate milk just because it's dairy and the human body is not supposed to be drinking milk. It doesn't digest it right. Humans were not made to drink milk from other animals, and those other animals that have produced that milk were given a bunch of steroids and a bunch of basically hormones to basically get them so that they could breed and create that milk. So I don't recommend milk to people, but chocolate milk could be a source of protein. I know that people who do like chocolate milk have had chocolate milk put in their programs just because it's a personal preference. And like I said, we respect your guys' personal preference. I just personally don't take it. But it is a carb, it's a fat, and it's a little bit of source of a protein, so it can be used for a couple of different things. My wife asks Alvaro, my wife asks if all these tips work equally for women. They sure do, 100%. Is peanut butter good for fat and protein intake? Yes, peanut butter is great. Almond butter is even better. I heard creatine messes up your kidneys. Is that true? Creatine only messes up your kidneys if you don't drink water. That's why I say I drink a minimum of a gallon a day. If not, I try to get a gallon and a half. That extra half gallon is because I take creatine. I'm glad to see some of you guys are signing up. I'm really excited about that. I know you guys are going to love it. It's honestly probably my favorite thing that we offer just because of how high quality everything is. The trainers that we have involved are amazing. They're very detailed. They give you everything that you need to really make a difference on your body in 30 days. And that's why we have such crazy transformations. All right. I'm running out of time here, guys. I just answered questions for about 20 minutes. I was only going to do 5-10 minutes. What about I'll answer the last ones here. What about almond milk? Is that the same as the dairies? Almond milk has no dairy in it. It's derived from fats. So almond milk is good. I recommend almond milk for anybody who needs it. I have Raisin Bran sometimes in the morning, and I'll have almond milk with it. Any problem with cramps on creatine? You'll have cramps on creatine if you're dehydrated, which will also mess up your kidneys. So make sure if you're on creatine, you are drinking a lot of water. Thoughts on Herbalife products? Never looked into them, so I can't talk on them. Thoughts on Athlean X? I like Jeff Cavaliere a lot. He knows what he's talking about. Personally, don't like his programs because it's all about training and being like an athlete. I don't give a shit about being like an athlete. I just want to look good. So if y'all want to go be an athlete and y'all want to have the leg drive of an NFL player, that's cool. I just want to have good looking legs and good looking arms and good looking abs so that I can impress people and look good. So I think Jeff Cavaliere is a great teacher and all, but I'm not exactly trying to look like an NBA basketball player. Do I have to stop distance running when I start this program? No, you do not have to stop distance running. You just have to tell the trainer that you do distance running because that will have to be configured into your amount of calories that you eat. Do I need to be taking in protein while I am working out? Nope, do not. You do not want to intake any kind of food up to an hour before your workout, and you don't want to take any food during your workout because your body is going to then digest that food, and your body's going to use up energy to digest that food. So make sure you are keeping it out of your workout and you're getting it immediately after your workout. That's the most important time to get protein, is immediately after your workout. Dianella, you got to do it with them. Can't let them do it alone. How's he supposed to go at this alone with you sitting there eating like poo? Don't leave him hanging like that. Team effort here. Y'all are in this together. Did Brutus get to come to Coachella? No, Brutus is at his dog sitters, my dog sitters, his daycare. He has a bunch of friends, all his furry friends, 4-legged friends there. How do I test my body fat? You can do a little the scale thing where it pinches your body fat, and that'll give you a somewhat accurate description. You can also go do this thing called like a bod pod or something, where it puts you in like a dunk tank and it tells you your body composition. I've never personally done it. I just basically wing the my guess on it, and it's a pretty estimated, just a educated guess. Why do you not care about function? I'm not saying I don't care about function. I 100% believe in function, but I think you can get function in your workouts through other ways than just trying to train like an athlete. I respect the hell out of that guy. He's a great teacher. He knows what he's talking about. He's a He's a true fitness icon. I believe that 100%. I just personally am trying to do a little bit of bodybuilding here where I'm trying to improve areas that are lacking. Like I said, nothing bad to say about the guy. The programs just aren't right for me. And if you guys are feeling different, it's fine. But I like working on my areas that are lacking a little bit. I like improving those so that I can have a physique that I am proud to show off. Can you do the only one workout ever? Can you do the only one workout over and over for the HIIT workout? Yeah, you can do the same HIIT workout every single day if you want, forever, and it'll still have the same effect. You just got to keep going harder and harder. Cardio after, before lifting? After. Always after. Because you need that muscle glycogen before your lift. Or for your lift. If I work out first thing in the morning, should I drink a protein shake then go work out? Yes, sir. Or ma'am if you're a girl. Protein or BCAAs, and that'll do it. All right, guys, so that was the last question. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys got some amazing content out of this. I hope to see some of you guys in our challenge, and I look forward to talking to you. And if you guys have checked out any of our social medias, any of that, check out my YouTube, my Instagram, all of that. But other than that, thank you guys so much. I really enjoyed this. It ended up being a lot longer than I thought it was, so I appreciate you guys sticking around. I hope you guys have a great night. I'm going to go enjoy Coachella. Peace out, people.